Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here with us on this Christmas Eve of 2024, our final show for the year, and we're glad to be here, and we appreciate your viewership. Let's get started with our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of everyday comfort needs today. High 65, low 46. That's pretty comfortable for Christmas Eve. Water temperature at the end of the pier is looking at 64 degrees. Okay, our river readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Good folks down there. The Apalachicola Bluntstown, right at 6 foot. It's got a steady drop to it, which is good. And the Choctaw at Caryville, 4.7, and it's about to level off there. And it's going to be some good river fishing over the holidays. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Look on December the 24th. And this is neap tides today, the weekend. I know tomorrow and the next day everybody's going to be busy, but if you have time for the weekend, good strong tides on Saturday. So that's going to be good. Wind coming northeast at about 5 to 10, sort of seasonal here this time of year. So everything is in pretty good shape weather-wise, nice and cool. And I know a lot of y'all are going to have some Christmas fires in the fireplace or outdoors with some s'mores and all kind of cool things. And we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But now let's take a break and we'll be right back.
At Bay Smile Docs, we know how to make you smile. We're open early at 7 a.m. We're open late until 8. Request an appointment at baysmiledocs.com or call 271-2341 today.
Happiness is what encourages us all, and at PCU, we know the community is made better by the happiness of our members. Members who understand the advantage they have through our checking, savings, and lending products. Products that improve their lives, their families, and their community. So, when you're looking into your financial options, know that our products are designed with you in mind, because the happiest people create the best communities. Panhandle Credit Union, banking made better.
Explore the retail paradise that has everything for your outdoor adventure. Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Make your outdoor journey complete at Blue Water Outriggers. Come visit us today.
Growing up in Florida, I spent a lot of time outside. Being fair-complected, that wasn't the best idea. Now I have extensive sun damage. I've been to multiple dermatologists, and Dr. Sinceri is the only one I will see now. His office staff is professional, they are knowledgeable, and he is an all-around good family man. I highly recommend Sun Dermatologist and Dr. Sinceri.
Sun Dermatology, now accepting new patients.
At Bay Smile Docs, we know your time is precious. That's why Bay Smile Docs opens early at 7, and we're open late until 8. Request an appointment at baysmiledocs.com or call 271-2341 today.
Okay, welcome back, folks. We've got all kinds of exciting things to share with you. I want to let me get I had it all set up, but I want to talk about this time of year. A lot of y'all watch Christmas movies and good movies and all. I think because you have more time to sort of relax and you have you're there with family and all. But I want to recommend this special Christmas movie right here. This is very special to us. It's called Christmas Overtime, and the star on the left, the male lead, is Adam Brudnicki. Yes, that's Greg and Lynn Brudnicki's son. And Gail and I have watched this. It is a really, really good Christmas movie. Sort of like along the Hallmark movie, you know, where it starts out bad and all that and ends up sort of happy. But it's a great movie. And Adam Brudnicki is one of my former students, and he graduated from FSU and went to Atlanta. And that movie, the movie area over there, has done a lot of commercials. This is his first leading role, And Greg and Lynn, of course, proud of him, but I'm just super proud of him. I watched that show with a big smile on my face. I could see his mannerisms between he and his dad. I guess the Brudnicki mannerism, but if you get a chance to watch it, Panama City's very own Adam Brudnicki in Christmas Overtime. Also, another good movie we watched recently is Reagan. It's not a Christmas movie, it's just a true story of Ronald Reagan. And I wish every American could watch that because it shows American leadership in a time of world chaos. And it's really such a good movie, and it's a true story. So anyway, I want to get started with some, we're going to do a recap of the year 2024, but in this first segment, a lot of y'all sent me pictures lately of some really cool things. So let me get started. Tony Anderson did it first. Tony sent this picture, or he actually posted it, but I don't know about anyone else, but I'm enjoying riding the highways and in the woods of North Florida this time of year. The fall foliage of deciduous trees bursting forth with vibrant colors of red, yellow, and brown leaves against the backdrop of green pine is nothing short of breathtaking. God's beauty is all around us if we'll just observe the nature He created for us to enjoy. And this is just one of these Panhandle country roads. It's not, you think you're in the Smoky Mountains, don't you? I mean, isn't that beautiful? You can drive through the Apalachicola National Forest and all kind of places like that. Don't see a lot of people. Think of Tony Anderson. Hey, Coach, this is cool. This is from Tony Browning. Hey, Coach, would you mind if I sent you the picture of my dad and his 9-pointy bag Saturday for you to put on your show? I could do a brief description and history of this book. And I need to get that later and email it to him. But anyway, we'll show that. Here's a nice book. Tony, go and send that to me, and we'll cover that when we come back from Christmas break. But good job. And Tony Brandon, thank you for sharing that. I want to hear the story behind it. One of the former students, Anna Two, up in Lowndes County, Alabama. She and her twin, they're up there. And she had a dog in the tree stand with her. The dog's just as happy as she is. Look at that. This is a special one. Jordy Falk with Logan Falk. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm completely humbled by another blessing. Thanks to Harry Scruggs for putting on this buck. We will never forget it. Nolan is a buck killer. That's Nolan's first buck right there. Good job, Nolan Falk, and thank y'all for sharing this with us. Logan, I know you and Jordy are tickled with that. All right. David Gilmore sent this. This is interesting. Hey, Coach, I got a game camera pic of a black coyote. I was in that stand when he came by. Also saw 2 bobcats that morning. Maybe predator control is in order. And he quoted Matthew 19:26. With God, all things are possible. Check out this picture here. Is that not nature at its finest? I mean, look at it. He's got his paw up. You think he's a predator? A black coyote. And that's something right there. And the bobcats came in after that. See, quail don't have a chance in a situation like that. Okay, so that's some of the local pictures I just wanted to share. We have let's see, I may have a couple of more. Let me see. I do, yeah, I sure do. Steve Rogers sent this. Great show this morning. This is after Captain Rick Corley was on the show. Here's my grandson Jeremy Rogers with his first deer during doe weekend. And then his younger brother Logan with his first bass a few days ago on the Sand Hills, stick built him by his granddad. Okay, on the stick. Okay, there he is right there. There's one of the bucks, the little buck right there, and then a big one that granddad built his pole. Good job, Steve Rogers. Elizabeth Murphy, every week we get one of her pictures, and she teases her husband about being a good deckhand. But we're going to talk about speckled trout fishing later, and this is what happens. They'll group up this time of year. That's Apalachicola Bay. They know it like the back of their hand. Just a flashback to 10 years ago in Greenville, Alabama, the Big Rack Hunt Club, and there's on the far right bottom, that's Ashley and Mason and Whitney from right to left, and Braden Harris is in there. We had a good time up there in Alabama. Cassie Owens King, a Mama Daddy buck up there with Bear Creek Hunt Club. She and her husband, a nice buck there, running those dogs up. And got a baby with those pink boots. Is that not cool? And okay, that's enough. We got a lot more pictures to show. Let's go and take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Empire Real Estate of Florida. making your real estate dreams a reality throughout the Panhandle and more. If you're considering buying or selling real estate, please call 850-247-8868.
Hello, my name is Daniel Cole, and I own Cole & Associates Marine Surveyors, where we specialize in doing in-depth surveys on marine vessels of all types, be it metal, fiberglass, power, or sail. I am a professional marine surveyor, both qualified by NAMS and SAMS, and an associate member of IAME. Remember, for all your marine survey needs, call Cole & Associates Marine Surveyors, 850-774-1899.
Northwest Florida is a great place to live.
The attorneys at Manuel & Thompson are part of this community and have been for over 35 years.
We live, work, and play here. We worship here, we pay taxes here, and raise our families here.
When someone in our community gets injured, they deserve to have their claim handled by someone who cares.
Someone who specializes in serious injury cases and has a solid reputation.
Manuel & Thompson, helping injured people. That's what we do.
Hey everybody, it's Brad Stevens coming to you from Sunjammers Water Sports. I want to talk to you about the Hobie kayaks. Their hands-free design lets you get in shallow water, out in the Gulf, pretty much anywhere you want to go. With a patented Mirage drive, you're no longer paddling, you're just casting and reeling. We have all the gear you need for a productive day out in the water, so swing by Sunjammers Water Sports for your free demo today. Sunjammers Water Sports is located at 1129 Beck Avenue in beautiful, historic St. Andrews.
Okay, welcome back. I was looking on the monitor here. Angel looks a little tired. I think he's been up here, so I'm going to try to, anyway, we've had, oh, there you go. That's a lot better. All right, look, 2024 in review. I got a bunch of pictures. I've tried to done them in chronological order, but there's some stuck in there that's not chronological. But well, I'm going to go by fast now. We've got a whole segment of it. And well, I'm going to start here's my early Christmas present that I helped buy myself, but picked out. So anyway, I love that gun. And it was just, we're going to start with that one. I was just one morning, just went down there and bought that 243 and 1 for 1 on it, thank the Lord. Okay, here we go. About a year ago, we lost our good friend, Scott Lindsay, and he was been one of my close friends, and I know a lot of y'all knew Scott, consummate outdoorsman, and that was the last picture I'd taken with him, and it was just a great guy, just really, I still miss him and our phone calls. Okay, I had a family, there's a little fire in the backyard back in, I think this was around Christmas of last year, or maybe, it's some cold weather, so it's just fun right there. And here we go. I got some family photos in here. This is the building dedication, outdoor education building. They're all down there. They all came to it in a special time in our life right there. And so here's Paul Winterman. This is a picture he posted last year. That's one of his all-time favorites. He's a consummate outdoor photographer, but isn't that an amazing picture? He posted that again the other day. Okay, here's our scalloping crew and our friends Greg and, okay, y'all know Greg and Lynn, Bill and Donna, Carl and Darrell and Billy and Laura. This is out of St. Joe Marina. They were having a get together there. We have a great time with these couples. And that was back in then. And then also that night I saw Molly and John Howell, who watch the show every morning, and good morning, Molly and John. Hope you've had a good year. Enjoyed meeting y'all down there. Y'all recognize Bobby Smith on bass number 60,000. Is that not incredible? And there it is again. I didn't get to edit these pictures, so many of them. I've got to go a lot faster. Okay, that's me. Linda Jennings, this is, many years ago, our good friends Winston and Gail Chester gave Linda and I a beautiful little graybeard tree that they rooted from his dad's tree growing at their old home place in Quincy. Try to post a picture every year. It has withstood hurricanes, tornadoes, freezes, hailstorms, and still standing strong. And that's one of my dad's roots from one of my dad's old trees. Gave it to some friends. And every April we get some pictures of it. That's just special to me. Got to perform a wedding, Brittany. And we just had one of my former students. This is rare. This is over in Destin, so it's outdoors here in Destin. So they brought me a cutting block a customized cutting block, and that's a great little couple there. They're in San Diego now, and she told me the other day she's expecting their first child. Isn't that cool? Love being around my former students. So I got my Justice of Peace certificate. They've got to cover this one. I'm back there in the corner. Annual Bear Point Ladies Spanish Mackerel Tournament was a lot of fun. They do a good job with that. Okay, this is Good Morning Coach. This is Martha Geis. This is when we're doing Amendment 2. Travis Thompson and Martha came over on the show, if you remember them on the show, talking about Amendment 2, and it passed, and they were really strong advocates of it. And he's from Winter Haven, drove up from Winter Haven to be on the show. Bill Roxby all year sent good pictures, and here's one. Hey, Coach, after watching animals in your backyard, I decided to hire a raccoon to monitor my backyard. So he got all kinds of stuff going on, but I got a raccoon sort of to monitor. Bill, I hope you and your family are doing well. Wendy and I got to do some surf fishing. One time she had a ball. I love fishing with Wendy. She's just a good patient fisherman, always smiling. So got some little pompano down at the Cape House. And nephew Matthew Chester from Bristol works in Bluntstown for Dewberry, and we had to get together. This was down in St. Joe. Got to run into him down there. Matthew Chester always, and Lisa Fitzgerald comes up on every year for the Coastal CCA, Coastal Conservation. What a great guest she is, well known, and really has enthusiasm for her job as the CCA president. So that's really, really good stuff there. This is a deer down at the Cape. I'm up there in the woods, and the deer down there at my Cape House. We got a kick out of that. Okay, this is our July 4th celebration we do every year with family and friends at the Cape House, and we just have friends come from far. This year I took a picture of driveway. They come from far and near down here. So anyway, okay, so here we are. Always say a good July 4th prayer. There's Lynette and Matthew. Lynette looking back at the camera. And Matthew doing the cooking. And always fun, July 4th. It's been a tradition we've been doing since the early 70s, 50 plus years, July 4th. We used to cook a lot of scallops. Now we have a shrimp boil because scallop season's not open in July. Jerry Forehand has fished strong all year. I've got a kick out of his pictures. I'm just going to show a couple of them. This is saltwater. His fishing buddies. These guys are good fishermen. And here we are in freshwater with his grandson and his son-in-law right there. Okay. The ICAST. Mason and I took a good granddad and grandson trip down to Orlando to ICAST and had the best time. Here he is with Bill Dance. Bill Dance is a great guy. He really is. And Mason had to go by the Mason Tackle shop right there. They've been in business for 100-something years. And there's, of course, Jimmy Houston and all the stars were there. And we just had a wonderful time there. And Lisa was over there with the CCA. These are folks, remember that rod holder we brought back, and they gave us a rod holder. Good folks right there. Good news, new course offering, Wakulla High School started this year, an outdoor education class. Okay, moving along. Always get to go on quail hunts this time. Usually in late January, February, with Freddie York and Charles Willis. Okay. Moses High School's Bassmaster started a bass fishing club there at Mosley, and here's the first meeting they had in the outdoor education classroom. They did real well this year. Appreciate everybody really putting this thing together. It's a group effort by a lot of good folks. And Michael Harris is always strong with Seasons of Hope. And in September, of course, they had this big tournament here, trout at Sunjammers. They do that every year. Good job, Michael Harris. Appreciate you keeping on. Big scalloping trip we do every year. Just mention that group. There's our scallops. Gail and I, we just had a wonderful time. Wonderful time. We even cleaning them. And the girls there. And anyways, here's the food, Bill and Donna. And rainbow, just over broken trees, and yet still rainbow. That's down at the Cape. Always enjoy. We had folks from Choctawhatchee came over and talked about the Choctawhatchee River, Choctawhatchee Bay being. This had a lot of views on YouTube. The pollution in Choctawhatchee Bay. I appreciate having those guys over. Amendment 2 passed. My Sunday morning sunrises are just special to me. And Wendy's kid. I love praying with Mason and Ashley. They're getting ready to go back to Ole Miss that morning. I just prayed for safe travels for them. Outdoor Riders Association. Went up there to muscle shows. We had a wonderful time. Whitney got to come over from Tupelo and see some of our old friends, and they just wonderful trip with some great outdoor people, just good people throughout the Southeast. Went to the Ole Miss game. That was outdoors, and I felt sorry for my Ole Miss people, friends and family, because they were wanting to win. I was Greg Brudnick, avid Seminole with a Gator hat on. I had to have that on there. And of course, that's our hunt we took just recently up there to up in Alabama. Had a great hunt there, and we'll end it on this deer here. We had a great hunt up there with Shane Van and Suzanne. Okay, so anyway, that pretty well. That flew through the year. A lot of outdoor activities. I left a lot of them out, but I was trying to squeeze it all in there together. It's been just a wonderful year of just outdoor things and family get-togethers, and we're just really looking forward, of course, to tomorrow having everyone and building that fire and having we all sort of gather around and just have a great time. So it's been a great year on Panhandle Outdoors, and I just appreciate it. Again, I've said it over and over again, but I just want to reemphasize how much y'all mean to me as viewers, and talking to y'all, and running into y'all, and just hearing about y'all's viewership and things y'all do. So we're going to get ready. We're going to do a drawing. We're going to do Friday drawing today. We're going to go ahead and do a weekend fishing forecast, because it should be a good weekend to fish and get outdoors. So we're going to make this like a Friday show to end the year. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
This holiday message goes out to my parents, Jen and Leah in Florida. And Mom, this one's for you. I will make it back for your 70th birthday. Happy holidays.
Season's greetings from the Sleep Center, where it's bedtime all day long.
Kramer Marine and Outdoor is your trusted source for all your outboard boat and motor needs. We carry Skeeter Bay boats, all-welled aluminum boats, and have the largest selection of outboard motors, parts, and accessories in the area. And our master-certified, factory-trained technicians are ready to take care of you. So shop us online at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com or visit us at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM. We're here to keep you out on the water.
Lighting by Levon is your one-stop shop for elegant lighting solutions to fit every home. Visit our beautiful showrooms for free consultations and delivery, low prices, and the best service in the Panhandle. Service is what we sell. Lighting by Levon at Inlet Beach, 13123 Emerald Coast Parkway, Suite F, 850-502-4438. And in Lynn Haven, 809 Florida Avenue, 850-769-1232.
Hey y'all, C&G offers the best there is in both service and brand. Whether it be a Browning X-Bolt or Browning BAR, we strive to provide the best there is to our community. Remember that we have all your shooting accessories like AR-500 plates, plinking targets, eyes, ears, ammo, and much more for warmer outdoor activities. Serving our community since 1950, C&G Sporting Goods, located at 137 Harrison Avenue in historic downtown Panama City.
Come see our new collection of lift chairs here at the Sleep Center. We have everything from basic chairs to fancy chairs with heat, massage, stay clean fabric, even extra large comfort chairs that lift up to 500 pounds.
Sleep Center, where it's bedtime all day long.
Okay, welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast, doing it on Christmas Eve for the weekend Christmas forecast, brought to us by Jessica Ling Insurance and Financial Group and Matt Andrews Hammerdown Construction. The big thing we really want to talk about right away, and this time of year, especially here, cold weather now in January, these speckled trout, they just group up in groups. A lot of them are on the smaller side. I talked to a guy, I won't call his name, Sunday at church, and he talked about how some are grouped up in a certain area. And I remember I remember catching them in Gaynor, mouth of Gaynor Bayou one time. We caught one for every county. It was 67. Caught that on Monday afternoon, went after school, and went back the next day and caught 0. I think I've told you that story before. You just never know, because they'll group up and they'll move around. But speckled trout are really strong this time of year. And also, you're picking up some strays. Somebody caught a Spanish the other day in the bay. That's interesting. I thought that was cool. You're gonna catch a flounder. There's still some in the bottom moving around, but not many. But the flounder hasn't started back in yet. But I've seen some catches of flounder, and of course some redfish. And all the bay systems have been pretty strong. I tell you, the hottest spot has been, I was at Blue Water Outrigger doing some Christmas shopping recently, and I was talking to Daniel that works there, been there a long time, and he was saying they were slaying the fish at this spot right here. Here we go. At the marina, okay. I'm zooming in right here. Right here, okay, this is right here behind Blue Water Outriggers. That's Blue Water Outriggers, and this is, of course, the old marina, but these fish come in here, these rocks right here, this is public land, you can fish, and of course some of them try to come into, some of the fish come into a little channel there. They've really, and that's some deep water coming in right off those little shoals right there, some really deep water, and that's just some good spots to go fish right there. Okay, so anyway, they were saying they're catching a bunch of them there. So that's St. Joe Marina, catch them on live shrimp. East Bay is going to be good. Remember, wintertime we wrote down fish slow, slow it down a little bit. Also, jumping over the freshwater, there were some good catches of speckled perch or crappie around the Dead Lakes area this past week. Some good fishermen catching some good fish. We got some good reports. Some of Bill Adams' friends caught some. So also the bass fishing. I talked to some people bass fishing. Alan Courtney, I ran into him the other day. They're catching a lot of bass, but they're small. They're not catching the big bass right now. They're catching a lot of small bass in different places. And of course, you know Alan, what a fisherman he is when it comes to bass. So one of the top ones around. Surf fishing. I want to close out on surf fishing. I was talking about whiting this time of the year. I always think about years ago. This had been back in the 70s, I think. A gal and I walking at the Cape. We're down at the Cape and walking on where the stump hole is and saw a fisherman down there. Older man, and went up there and started talking to him. It was Mr. Beach, who lived up on 231, the Beach family, and he was catching whiting. I got tickled because he had a big old 5-gallon bucket, and he was catching us, throwing them in that bucket, old school, fishing a little bit of cut shrimp. And I said, how many you got? He said, my next one's gonna be number 64. So in one spot, he was catching 60-something whiting, and he said this time of year they'll just group up like the trout do in a hole. So if you can do some surf fishing and find those whiting, you don't want to probably catch 64. You don't want to clean that many, but you just want to go ahead and catch as many as you can. So we'll start wrapping it up for 2024. This is our last show. We hope you all have a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. I hope you spend some quality time with your family and friends and get outdoors. And again, it's been some good times. And I always say, let's not forget the reason for the season, the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who gives us life and life more abundantly. And I was laughing coming down here this morning, we've had some abundant life going on around us as far as family and outdoors and all, and it's just a good time. It's been a great year for us, and hope 2025 will be the same. We'll be back on January the 2nd, and I'm gonna have some. Bill Adams going to be on the first show. We're going to start our plans for year number 20 in Panhandle Outdoors. So thank y'all so much. You have a great Christmas vacation. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.